Well, hello there. Guess what? I am psyched out of my freaking gourd right now because I am on my way to go pick up a new addition to the shop. Actually, 2 additions to the shop. And they're not the normal kind of additions that you are probably thinking of right now. They're not the 4-wheeled edition kind, and no, they're not the 2-wheel edition kind either. No, it's not a snowmobile, no, it's not some kind of UTV with 8 wheels, and it doesn't have wheels, in fact, but it services wheels. Any guesses? We've got a little bit of a drive ahead of us. I need to go pick up my father-in-law's truck, which you guys have seen when we did track days before. Gotta go pick up that big old 3/4 ton diesel, and then head back to the shop so we can play with our new toys. Let's go on a little journey.
Rippin', tearin', the rippin' and the tearin'.
Well, hi there. We're back in the FunAhead headquarters. And as you can see, we've got the tire mounter and balancer on the pallet in the shop just behind me. So they have landed successfully. Was a little bit sketchy getting them off the trailer, but my tractor here did a wonderful job. Did it get a little bit light in the rear end because those things are so freaking heavy? Yup, but it still did it. So now comes the task of getting these things off the pallet and where they're going to live permanently in the FunAhead headquarters. Good news is we've got it here. It has landed, but I've got to clear some things out of the way on the other side of the shop where I'm planning to put these 2 units and do some rearranging. Well, folks, the Eagles have landed. There they are, and what a freaking beautiful thing. I'm gonna go ahead and walk you guys through exactly why I laid it out the way I did. Let's take a look at it. So, first of all, I wanted good access to this window right here because this is always where I store my impact and my drill, and the radio is right there, essential for working in the shop. So obviously still need access to that, and my speakers are on either side right here, so I didn't want to block them. But I did want to move my tool box a little bit closer to obviously where I work all the time. So goal number 2, I wanted the tire changer to be closest to the air. I've got my big air compressor right in the back over there, and I can put an air line through the hole in the wall right here. As you can see, that's the line that feeds my hose reel right here. So I can put a second one in there because there are 2 outputs in that air compressor to this, which obviously is pneumatic powered. It also has 110 volt power, which obviously I can just run that to an extension cord also through the wall. And then I had the restriction of I could only go so far over because obviously I usually park a car right here, usually my Lincoln, and I park the bumper right up against the wall. So I couldn't go really any further past this fridge right here, which I've achieved in order to allow the Lincoln to be parked exactly, boom, right up against the wall. We've got a freaking tire changer and a freaking balancer. The capabilities of this shop just went up so much, and I am so freaking excited. But I don't 100% know that the capabilities have gone up yet because I haven't used either of these tools. The guy that I bought them from did plug them up to air and 110 power for me just to show me that they do in fact turn on and all of the functions work. But I've never changed a tire on it or balanced a tire. So what do you say we break these puppies in really quick? All right, so I have just spent the last little bit doing some more setup. As you can see, when you look at the balancer, I got all my weights in place, kind of somewhat organized, sorted out. Got some valve stems in there, a cap, just in case you need it. And then on the side here, we've got all of our different sized cones for different wheel sizes. And yeah, that's about it with regards to the balancer. Over here, I ended up basically just getting the mounter set up a little bit further, lubed up these little claws just because they needed it badly. Just put some brake caliper grease on those for now. I'll probably end up cleaning this plate up quite a bit more in the future. And then I've got these run over here to my little 110 AC power strip over there, just so that, when I'm not using these, I can just click that switch off and, I'm not killing pixels in this thing as it's just sitting there and whatnot. So I can power these down very quickly and easily whenever I'm not using them. and I won't have to go over to the wall and unplug them every time. I think we are about at that point where it's time to test this out and pull a tire off. And what better tire to use than an old cookie cutter Porsche wheel here, which has currently a super old 20-ish year old tire mounted to it. Date code 3200, 32nd week of 2000. That's a 24-year-old tire. So let's go ahead, pop that puppy off. This will be fun. Okay, first things first, gonna go ahead and set this thing up here, get our valve stem out of it. Yo, this is like a super old school freaking valve stem. Look at this. I've never seen one like this. Have you? Drop in the comments below if you've ever seen this before. Have you seen that before? I haven't. All right, now it's time to break the bead. I am stonked off my freaking yonk about this, by the way. I'm just over the moon that I have a freaking tire machine. All right, breaking bead time. Hey, we popped our first ever bead with this thing. Let's try to get this down. Okay, let's go ahead and get this. I think I just literally cracked this tire in half. Now it's time to go ahead and get this thing locked in here. Yoink. Chest to our table. Sweet. Take our lube. I freaking have a lube thing. I've never owned a freaking lube thing. Now let's go ahead and put it back on, because we got to use the balancer. I don't have new tires for these wheels yet, so I'm just excited to play with my tools. Okay, so got my tire all lubed. Time to put it back on. Boom. Okay, so we've got our bead seated. We did some preliminary inflation. Let's go ahead, get this thing off of there and throw it on the balancer. So now tire diameter is a 15-inch rim, width, call it 6. We're just guessing for now. I really don't care. This is more just proof of concept. This is a self-spin, so you just have to crank it yourself. And it's gonna spin it. Think about it. Whoa. Anyway, I just wanted to make a quick video because I was super excited about the fact that I was getting these 2 pieces of hardware. Thank you all so much for going along with me on that little journey. If you enjoyed this video, please do me a huge favor, hit that like button. It really helps out my channel so much. And please subscribe to see even more videos like this in the near future. So thank you all so much for being here today. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Yes, I'm looking right at you, and I will see you all in the next video. See ya.
Rippin', tearing.